Hello, everyone. Happy December 1st. Hope you are having a good day so far. And we are in the home stretch to the holiday break. So that's pretty exciting. This is your second last assignment that you have to do for this course before the culminating task. So today I'm going to be introducing it. Once again, all questions and concerns are directed to your new long-term vocational teacher. Her information is right here, and her email is right here as well. This is my last lesson officially that I will be doing with you. And it's, like I said, to introduce your second last assignment for this course, which is called Your Small Space Makeover. So there are some supplementary documents to this assignment. This assignment is intended for you to look at a smaller space and design it in a functional yet stylish way, because I feel, and I know a lot of other architects, engineers, interior designers feel that we are increasingly losing space for living, for occupying, for all that fun stuff. So making meaningful or having meaningful ways to design spaces that we can utilize and also enjoy is getting more important as we progress as a society. It's in North America and in other societies as well. So we have some documents to help you with this assignment. The actual assignment is right here. It's called Small Space Makeover. I'm going to click on it, and then I'm going to take you to the supporting documents that will help um, lead you in this assignment, essentially. So this is under Unit 4. It's hidden right now. I'm going to unhide it, obviously, so that you can see it. But this is what it looks like. So your objective is to apply the principles, of interior design by developing a unique design concept, refining it through creative exploration, and executing a final presentation that demonstrates an understanding of design elements, materials, and functionality. Yes, I know you can read, but I'm just reading it anyway. So you are going to have a 10 by 10 foot room, and you are going to try to make it as functional and multi-purposeful as you possibly can. So this room is 10 feet wide by 10 feet long, um, which is not very large. And you can have whatever space you'd like with this. You can have it as a bathroom, you can have it as an office, you can have it as a bedroom, you can have it as a shop, you can have it as um, a community space. I would probably maybe stick to a residential space, like a bathroom, a bedroom, or something like that, because I think it might be a bit easier. But if you want a challenge, you could do a commercial space if you'd like. So you're going to design for efficiency and comfort, incorporating clever storage solutions, furniture arrangements, lighting strategies, and so forth to make your space functional but stylish. So these are all the steps that you're going to follow in order to do this. So your first step is you're going to create a concept statement explaining the purpose, target audience, and intended atmosphere for this small space. So, for example, if you wanted to make an office, potentially the purpose of this office is for someone who works from home. Maybe you know what career they're in. Let's say they're like a sales rep or something like that. So there would be things that maybe a sales rep would have in their office that maybe an engineer wouldn't have in their office. And you're going to basically design a space around that pitch. So you're going to gather inspirational images. You can use magazines, online resources, photos, etc. Pinterest is your friend. I know Pinterest is blocked in the HWDSB board, but if you use your home internet, you can obviously use Pinterest or any other website to give you some inspo. So that's the first thing. You're going to figure out the space and explain the target audience and purpose. Then you're going to develop a mood board with a cohesive color palette, colors, textures, materials that align with your audience, target audience, and concept statement. I said around 10 to 15 images, but obviously you can do more than that. I would not probably do less than 10 though. And then you're going to sketch two layout options for the space, focusing on functionality and aesthetics. So these layouts are floor plans. They can be done using Home by Me. They can be done just by pencil and paper. They can be done in Canva. They can be done in any other tech that you would like. And you're going to highlight key design elements like furniture choices, lighting, wall treatments, and so forth. Okay. And then essentially you're going to create a final design board that includes a layout. Like, so you're going to pick one of those two layouts, and you're going to pick one of them and maybe add a bit more detail to it. You can do 3D renderings if you want. So let's say you have two floor plans for this. One of them you can make into a 3D rendering if you'd like. Home by Me has the 3D rendering option. If not, you can just add more detail to one of these as your final. And you do need to include a reference page for this. So the reference page essentially is just going to be links to different websites of different images that you found, furniture, lighting, inspirational images, and so forth. So that is your final, that's going to be your final project for this. The documents that will help you with this are, first of all, Designing Small Spaces presentation. So if you open this link up, and this is under announcements as well. So as you can see, I asked you to explore designing small spaces. And then there are two videos that might help inspire you. This TED Talk is around how we are increasingly experiencing the inhabitation of smaller spaces in our society. So basically, in Toronto 20 years ago, an apartment you could rent out was double the size of maybe new apartment that you can rent out now. And then this is a really cool YouTube video. It's a New York City apartment, and it is essentially an interior designer taking you on a tour of her New York City apartment and how she utilizes all her spaces as effectively and as stylishly as she can. So I'll show you where those are as well. But have a look at this presentation. It might help you a little bit learning about different ways to save space for creating your small space. I talk a little bit about the historical and cultural context of small spaces, the benefits of small spaces, the challenges, obviously. So have a look at this and let it guide kind of your inspiration for your own assignment. And like I said, there's TED Talk on tiny house communities. And once again, we have an interior designer maximizing her 350-foot square apartment. And it is a really beautiful apartment. So I think the video is only about 10 to 15 minutes long. So it's not a huge investment time-wise. And then, like I said, when you're done those, you can have a look at this. So if you have any questions, just shoot Miss an email, and she'll be happy to help you. But this is your last assignment, or second last assignment, I should say, for this course, and it is due December the 5th, which is this Friday. So please make sure that you do that, or you start doing that. Hope you have a lovely December 1st. And once again, if you have any questions, just shoot Miss an email. Take care.